Hello, guys, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Arda Guler, as it has been reported that Barca have been asked again to fulfill two demands to sign the 17.5 million euro whiskey. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Andres Iniesta, as it has been reported that the Iniesta have opinions on Messi's snubbing Barca return, as he said everyone looks for the best option. We are also going to be discussing on what Iniesta had to say on Messi's choice. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you are just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona have caused quite a stir in this transfer market by entering the operation of Arda Guler. The Catalan outfit have held talks with Fenerbahce, seeking the possibility of paying for the transfer next year due to their economic limitations this summer. Barcelona also offered Fenerbahce the chance to regain Guler's services for a year. The deal appeared to have attracted the Turkish club, whose officials went on to inform the players' representatives. However, a recent report from Mundo Deportivo has offered an update on Barcelona's pursuit of Guler, suggesting that the player does not want to continue in the Turkish league for another year. He wants to immediately make a jump to a top club in Europe. But that is a list of Barcelona's problems. As per the report, Fenerbahce want two more conditions to be met for the transfer to be successful. The Turkish club are not happy at all with the club paying just 17.5 million euro next year. They also want 20% of the future sell-on fee, meaning Barcelona would have to pay 1/5 of the sum they receive if they sell the young star. In addition, Fenerbahce want the Blaugrana to pay the players training compensation, which could ultimately make the operation much costlier. This could serve as a major blow for Barcelona in the bid to sign Guler. Although the club could welcome the idea of paying the transfer next year, it remains to be seen if they are willing to meet their other demands. Guler, for his part, has already agreed terms in principle with Barcelona. As per other reports, talks will progress on both player and the club front in the coming days, and there is hope that the Catalans finalize an agreement in the coming weeks. Of course, Barcelona still in the race for Arda Guler, and they are doing all that they can to ensure that Arda Guler comes to the club. Real Madrid and AC Milan are also strongly in the race. But when reliable journalist Fabrizio Romano came the other day and did confirm that Arda Guler have already decided that he wants to play but in Spain, and it definitely means that clubs like AC Milan, Arsenal have been automatically quitted from the race. So Barca and Real now are a two-side tussle going head-to-head for the club. And of course, we know when Real and Barca are chasing a player, it's never easy. It's never easy because, by the way, those two clubs are enemies in the footballing world. They are arch rivals, and so it's not easy to compete with them, and it's not easy for them to compete with us for a player. Arda Guler is still to disclose his choice as to where he wants to play his football next season, as a report also came out saying that by the end of this week, Arda Guler's representative will discuss, in fact, will disclose the player's choice, and from there they will see who won the race. So Barcelona have been hit with some two tough conditions. I would say tough conditions because the 17.5 million euro that is the release clause that Fenerbahce will be expecting any club interested to pay for the player if they want to acquire his services. But they are saying that if in Barca's own case, since Barca are not of the idea of signing the player this summer, then they say Barca will have to add something. They don't want Barca to pay only 17.5 million for next season. A 20% sell-on clause is also one of the conditions. And of course, Barcelona are facing difficulties currently financially, as we all know. And to even sell players to balance the books have not been an easy task at all. So there's still a lot of work to be done, a lot of work to be done, and Laporta knows that a lot. So normally Deco was sent to Turkey last week to get the deal wrapped up, but it hasn't been easier than expected. Yes, it's true that there have been a lot of positive reports that have been coming out from Turkey as to Deco's trip to ensure that Arda Guler signs to Barca, but it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy. He's a top class player, and of course, it's not easy to just negotiate with him like that. Normally, the price tag is 17.5 million. Any football fan nowadays will be like, it's a very cheap amount. We know how inflated the footballing world have been, and I definitely think that 17.5 million should be affordable. Even if Barca they are crying about being broke, but I still believe that that amount is still reachable. But now Barca are saying they can't afford that amount this summer. That is why they want to push it and want to be paying instrumentally till next season or to next summer before they can bring the player to Barca. So the idea is to book the player so that he will be a Barca player by on loan. Then when it's time for him to come back next season, or then I think Barca now will take him. But so far, Barca have not made any conclusion about that, as, as the race for Arda Güler is still going on. Then moving on to the final story of discussion, former Barcelona midfielder and club legend Andres Iniesta has opened up on Messi's decision to snub a return to Barca in favor of Inter Miami. Messi was heavily linked with a move back to Barca this summer, with his contract at PSG expiring. Talks were held between the two parties, and for a while it seemed that a move could be possible. Ultimately, though, the 36-year-old opted to sign for Inter Miami instead, having not received guarantees about his registration if he were to return to Barca. And Iniesta has given a 2 cents on his former teammate moving, stating that it would have been nice if Messi would have been back at Barca. But the Argentine did what he felt was best for him. Iniesta said, "It would have been nice, special for what it means, but in the end, everyone looks for the best option, what they think will be good for them, and from there, they will probably live a different experience in what they had lived before. If it's what he was looking forward to and he wanted it, I'm sure it will go well." So it did go well in all the places he's been. The former Barca midfielder, who recently bid goodbye to Vissel Kobe, also gave his thoughts on the current Barca team under Xavi. He said, "I think that the upward trend since Xavi arrived has been very positive. I'm looking forward to them continuing to take steps forward, and I'm confident that this will also be the case with the new players who will be arriving. Pedri is the beating heart of this Barca side and has drawn a lot of comparison to Iniesta, and the legendary Spaniard backed the 20-year-old midfielder to continue growing and enjoying greater and greater success with La Liga champions." He said, "As young as he is, he's already a reference point, an important person in the team with a lot of influence in the game, and surely his evolution that he has had during this time continue," Iniesta said. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.